Now this is our first problem. A square pyramid of base side 40 mm and axis 75 mm is resting on its side of base in HP. Let's consider this is a square pyramid ABCD. Base of side 40 mm, so each side is of 40 mm and its axis is 75 mm. So O to O1 means this length is 75 mm. Axis is 75 mm. So its resting condition is given. So what is resting condition? It is resting on one of its side of the base in HP. Let's consider this is the base side and it is resting on HP. So this AB is on HP. So it is resting on HP such that the triangular face containing the side of the base in HP. So which is the side of the base in HP? I am considering AB. So considering this AB, which is the triangular face? It will be OAB. So this will be your triangular face OAB. This triangular face is inclined to HP at 40 degree. So the inclination of this OAB face is given, and draw the projection of solid when its axis is inclined to VP at 30 degree. Means your face OAB is inclined to HP at 40 degree and axis is inclined to VP at 30 degree. Within these two conditions we have to solve is projection, that is you have to find out front view and top view. Now what I will do, I will keep the solid in HP only because it is resting on the HP, so I will keep it is in HP. In projection of planes we have already discussed that when the surface is inclined to HP, I keep the surface in the HP. Similarly here it is resting on the HP, so I will keep this square pyramid in the HP. Now this is a square pyramid, so I will keep this square pyramid in the HP. So when I will keep this square pyramid HP, I can keep this square pyramid in this position also, in this position also. But here what I will do, I will keep the square pyramid HP in a such way that its resting side, suppose this is my resting side AB, so this resting side I will keep perpendicular to VP. So this is the vertical plane and this is the horizontal plane. So I will keep this is on the horizontal plane in a such way that this resting side, this is A to B, this is perpendicular to VP, means perpendicular to XY. Now when I keep this in this position and find its view, so how it will look like? When I see from front, I can see a triangular face, means this whole solid is look like as a triangle in the front view. And when I see from top, I will see this square as a base, and these four slant edges, okay, and this O point as the center of the base. For example, you can see in this way, suppose this is your top view, so in this side what you can see this four edge, that is side of the base. Then you can see this O as the center of this square and these four slant edges, means in the top view this pyramid will look like as an square, that is AB, ABCD, and O, this saying O as an center, that is O and O1, means this axis O and axis, this axis will see as a point, and then you can see four slant edges, these four slant edges, you can see these four slant edges, so it will see as OA, OB, OC and OD. In this way you can see this in a top view. When you see from top, you can see, and when you see from front, in the front you can see this is a triangle. So in this way this will be your front view and this will be your top view when you keep this solid on the HP with resting sides perpendicular to XY. So I will keep this in first position, right? So after keeping this in the first position, I will see this is a front view and I will see this is a top view, right? Now what I have to do, this is the side AB resting. Now I have to make this face, suppose this is A, this is B and C, so this face ABC, this face, so I can have, if I say this is A dash, B dash, and this is C dash and D dash, this is the triangle, right? So this is the A dash and B dash, A dash B dash. This is C dash and D dash, so C dash D dash here. So I will see this front view. Now what I will do, I will turn this face, so this face. So when I turn this face, making this face inclined to HP at 40 degree, means which is that face? OAB, means this is the face OAB. OAB, this is the face OAB. This face look like as a line. When you see this OAB, this face will look like as a line. When you turn this surface, means this line will turn at what angle? It will turn at an angle of 40. So I will turn this at an angle of 40. So I will have A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash like this, and this is O dash, and then I will see from top. So I will project it in the top, and I will get here view, right? Here I will get a view, and I see from. So in this way I will get, this is top view and this will be front view. So this will be my first step. Second step, first step is keep it on the HP. Second step is making inclination with the HP, and then third, turn this inclination axis with VP and find its front view and top view. So in this way I will solve this problem in first, second and third step. So let's start. So this I have explained you the conceptual thing, how we are going to solve this problem. So what I will do, now I will keep this initially, this pyramid on the HP initially. So when I keep this pyramid on the HP, so what I will observe, with XY line, I will have a square A, B, C, D. This is the center point, this is the axis OO1, and this is 4 slant edges. So I have OA, OB, this is OO1 axis. So this is OA, sorry, this is OA, OB, OC and OC, 4 slant edges. And in the front view, I will project it. In the front view, I will see the triangular face. So in the front view, I will observe the axis height. So what is the axis height? This is the apex O, and this is O1. This axis height is given 75, and so this will be my front view, right? So this is A dash, B dash, C and D is projected. So this is C dash, D dash. So A dash, B dash, C dash is a base, and this OA, OB, OC and OD are the slant edge. So this is my first position. When I keep this is in the HP, so in the HP I will see this view, and in the VP I will see this triangular face. Now then this triangular face OAB, this OAB, this look like as a line. This is inclined to HP at an angle of 40 degrees. So I will keep this and turn it on the HP. So A dash, B dash is already on XY. So I will keep this line, making this inclination 40 degree. So this inclination is 40 degree. I will cut this length here. So this O dash, and I will redraw this triangle. So how will I will redraw this triangle? I will take this distance in the compass. I will mark and one arc. Then this distance I will take in the compass and mark second arc. I will get this triangle. So this will be my C dash, D dash, and this point I will mark here O1 dash, taking this much distance, and I will show this is axis. Okay. So in this way I have made the surface inclined. Okay. So I project this solid now. So I will drop a perpendicular lines. So I will drop a perpendicular lines from each point perpendicular to XY. Then I will draw points from this base. Now I will get the corresponding points. So this is O with O. So this is O, right? Then this O1 I will project this O1 with this O1. So this is my O1. So O1 I will get the axis, right? Now I have to get the points. So this is A with this A. So this is A. Then this is B with this B. This is B. Then C with this C. This is C. And this is D with this D, because this is D dash. So D with D. So this is D. So I got A, B, C, D, 4 point O. So I have all the points. Now I will to join and I have to complete this solid. So how the solid is completed? You have to keep in your mind this solid is completed by joining the 4 slant edges. Suppose this is A, B, C, D. So you have to join OA, OB, OC and OD. So you have to join OA, OB, OC and OD. 4 slant edges and 4 edges of the base. A, B, C, D. When you join 4 edges of the bases and 4 slant edges, this pyramid is completed. So you have to join the real parts. So I have to join these real parts. So I will join these real parts. So I will join OA slant edge, OB slant edge, OC slant edge, OD slant edge. I have joined 4 slant edge, and then I have to join 4 edge of the base. So I have to join AB, BC, CD and AD. So in this way I have completed this solid. But here when you are completing this solid, there are some rules. That is the rules according to the hidden parts and observable parts. So which are the parts which can be seen and which are hidden, that we have to decide. So initial one, there is a rule, all the boundary parts are dark. So what you have to do, you have to join all the boundary lines with a dark line, because that are observables. For example, I can join OB. So OB is a boundary line, so OB will be dark. Then BC is a boundary line, so BC will be dark. Then this OA is a boundary line, so OA is dark. Then this AD is a boundary line, so AD is dark. And this CD is a boundary line, so CD is dark. So OA, OB, BC, CD and DA, these are the boundaries, these are the dark. Now the inner part, I have to decide which will be dotted or which will be dark. This is the boundary, so boundary is always sharp and dark. The inner part, so for the inner parts, which parts is hidden or which parts is observable dotted, that will be decided by the position of the observer. So this is the object and this is XY line. So observer will be here. This is the observer X. Because in first angle projection method, object is always between the observer and XY line. So if this is the object and this is the XY line, so this is my observer. Now the observer is on the top, and for this observer, this OC and OD are nearer to this observer. Means up to this center line O01, whichever portion above, this portion is nearer to the observer, and below this center line, this portion is going away from the observer. So what do you think about OC and OD? OC and OD are very close to this observer. So this OC and OD should be dark. So this OC and OD, this will be dark. So I will join with this with a dark line, that is a sharp and dark line. I will join this sharp and dark line. Okay. Now what do you think about OA and OB? OA and OB are far away. So OA and OB are far away, but these are the boundaries of the object. Even if they are away from the observer, but as these are boundaries of the object, we have to complete it with a dark line. Because whether the parts is nearer or away, if that part is a boundary line, then it is always dark. So here in this problem, OA and OB are boundary line, so that should be dark, though they are away from the observer. Now what do you think about AB? This AB is a point, which is a line, and this is far away from the observer. So this AB should be dotted. So what I will do, I will draw this with dotted line. So this will be a dotted line. So in this way I will get completion of this object. So this is a, and this will be the axis. So this will be the axis. So axis is always shown by long dot segment, like this is the axis. So you have to show this axis. So this is the first condition, that is when the solid is with its surface OAB is inclined to HP at 40 degree. The second condition is given that this axis OO1, this axis is inclined to VP at 30 degree. So either you can turn this solid completely here, turn this axis at an angle of given angle and project here, or otherwise you can use auxiliary plane method. So I will suggest to use auxiliary plane method, because in auxiliary plane method you can avoid the reconstruction, you can directly obtain the final view. So what I will do, I will take auxiliary plane inclined to this axis. Now this axis is inclined at 30 degree. Question is, this axis means this axis and this axis are not same. This is apparent axis and this is original axis. OO1 is the original axis and this axis is apparent axis. So original axis inclination 30 degree can't be used for this OO1. So what I will do, we will find out its beta angle. So you know the method of beta angle. How? We will draw one horizontal line. Then we will take this axis, original axis OO1, at an angle of 30 degree. Draw a horizontal line and then cut this apparent axis, join this, and you will get this beta angle. Use this beta angle. So what I will do, I will extend this axis and here I will take an auxiliary plane, that is x1 y1 at an angle of beta degree to this axis. So to this axis I take an angle of auxiliary plane at somewhat distance, suitable distance, beta angle, and then I will project this object on this xy. So from each point I will draw perpendicular lines. So from O, B, A, C, O1 and D. I will project this and I will mark the distances of previous points. For example, for O, I will take this distance in the compass and from this I will mark. So I will get O. For A is on XY, so it will be on XY. So this is A dash. Then this B is on XY, so this will be on XY, so this is B dash. Then C. Okay, so C is projected. Previous view of this is C. This much distance I will take in the compass from this XY, this much distance, and from this X1 I will cut this. So on projector of C, so C dash. Then I have D. So this distance is taken in the compass and I will cut here. So this is C and this is D. So I got A, B, C, D, and this O1, this distance I will take, and O1. So this is the axis, and then I will join first boundaries. This boundary, I will join this OD boundary, I will join this OB boundary, and then I have to consider the inner part. So for this inner part, this is object, this is XY line, so observer is here. Observer is here because object is always between observer and XY. So for this object, for this figure, this is my object. So this is object, this is XY, and this is the position of observer. So for this observer, CD is very close, so CD is dark. Then BC is very close, so BC is dark. And what you think about OA? OA is far away, so this will be dotted. Okay, and OC is nearer, so this will be dark. So in this way I will get this object. So this is the way how you can complete your problem. So this is the first practice problem, try it, then in next problems we will see the proper procedure again.